Good evening, class. Today we're going to study on how to make a questionnaire practically. So this time, as you can see on the screen, this is an example of a questionnaire wherein there's a part 1 and part 2. Here, ang part 1 natin is the commonly is the statement of the problem number 1, the profile, okay, yung demographic profile. So usually kung ano lang yung kailangan na demographic profile, yun lang yung ating ilalagay. Here, an example, educational attainment, number of years sa guidance, number of trainings, mga topics sa seminar, at mga nasalihang organization. Okay, this is quite advanced. Later on, I will show you the step-by-step sa paggawa nito. The second part is the statement problem number 2, which is the independent variable. Okay, so the challenges encountered. Okay, of course, the part 3 will be the dependent variable. So para mas maintindihan natin, let's go to the basic. Tingnan natin. So here, let's go to the sample questionnaire natin. Sa ating sample questionnaire, ang ating statement of the problem ay what is the demographic profile of the students in terms of age, gender, and strand. Okay? And then the second variable, second SOP, which is the IB or independent variable, what is social media in terms of socialization and entertainment. And of course, the number 3 would be the dependent variable, which is what is the classroom performance in terms of classroom activities and recitation. And of course, the number 4 is the relationship. Okay? So is there a significant relationship between social media and classroom performance? Ito yung gagawan natin ng questionnaire. Okay? So, huwag kayong lalayo sa statement of the problem ninyo. This is the problem. Ito dapat yung inyong itanong. Okay? Paano natin ito itatanong properly into a format ng questionnaire? Okay, let's proceed down. Alright, so this is the appendix C. So ito ay makikita sa likod ng inyong research. Okay? So here we can see the questionnaire is intended for the conduct of the study entitled The Social Media in Relation to Classroom Performance of Grade 12 Students of Basud Institute. So ito ay of course is the title of the research. So ito ay babaguhin nyo lang according to your research title. Okay? And results will be used for research purposes only and confidentiality is rest assured. So then again, I told you earlier, yung ating part 1 would be the demographic profile. So let's proceed to the questions. Now, number 1 question, what is the demographic profile of the grade 12 in terms of age, gender, and strand? So that is the first natin kanina. Kaya ang tanong natin dyan, of course, is the first question is about age. How old are you? Okay? So, ilang taon na siya? Kung kailangan sa research niyo ang age. Depende ha. So, kung ano lang kailangan sa ninyo, yun lang inyong dapat itanong. So, the second one is gender. What is your gender? Male or female? Okay? At number 3, what is your strand? Okay? So, STEM, UMS, ABM, GAS. Kasi ito lang yung available sa Basud Institute. Huwag na kayo maglalagay ng mga strand na hindi naman available sa school. At huwag na rin kayo maglalagay ng grade level kung specific grade ang inyong target. For example, here, grade 12. Okay, so huwag na kayo magtatanong ng what is the grade level. Okay? Dahil ang inyong specific ditong target is the grade 12. So, depende again ang demographic profile sa inyong research. So, pwedeng dyan, grade level, pwedeng section, pwedeng age, pwedeng gender. Alright, pero depende once again sa inyong approved statement of the problem regarding the demographic profile. Okay, now let's proceed to the number 2. Okay, so the number 2, what is the social media in terms of socialization and saan na yung isa? Okay, so socialization at saka yung nawala na yung isa. Okay. Socialization and entertainment. Okay? Tingnan niyo kung gano'n lang to kadali. Okay, number 2 is the social media. Here we're going to use the tatawag nating Likert scale. Okay? Ang Likert scale lang ginagamit natin. Let me show you first. Format. Okay? So, pag tingnan ninyo yung research design ninyo, yan, meron tayong numerical scale, okay, statistical limits and verbal interpretation. Ang numerical scale natin is 4, 3, 2, 1. As is ito, okay, nakalagay ito sa inyong research design sa chapter 4, okay, so hindi nyo babaguhin yan, as is yan. Kaya ang scale natin ilalagay dito is 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, depende kung ano ang 4, 3, 2, and 1 ninyo. For example, ang 4 ninyo is always, 3 is often, and 2 is sometimes, and 1 is never. Okay? So, depende yan ha. Nagbabago tong always, often, sometimes, never. Kaya alam ko ito, AOSN. Always, often, sometimes, never. Okay? So, pwede itong mabago. Halimbawa, baguhin natin siya. Okay? Pwede itong mabago kung ang tanong ninyo ay... Nasaan na ba? Okay. Okay. Kung ang tanong ninyo ay, halimbawa, ano man ay... Okay. So, halimbawa, ang tanong ninyo is about excellent. Very satisfactory. Okay? Satisfactory. Needs improvement. Okay? So, of course, pabagay nyo ito. Gawin nyo siyang E, VS, and NI. Okay? Para to indicate the number 4 is excellent, very satisfactory, needs improvement. Then again, depending ayan sa inyong step into the problem. Kung ang tinatanong ninyo ay gaano katindi, okay, so ang tanong nyo doon is high extent, very high extent, low extent, and very low extent. Kung ang tanong nyo naman is about level, very high level, low level, and very low level. So, babaguhin nyo to, yung symbol nyo dito. So, depende yon again sa inyong mga tanong. Okay, hindi laging always, often, sometimes, never. You will also analyze your question kung yung question nyo ba ay pang always, often, sometimes, or never. Okay? So, sana mag-gets. Okay? Now, let's proceed. Tignan natin to example na to. Sa inyong gagawin is 5. Okay? Kada variable ninyo, tatanungin nyo 5. Okay? Tingnan ninyo, ang letter A natin is socialization because our SOP na social media is in terms of socialization and entertainment. Okay? So, that is A. Okay? So, dahil yung una sa social media. Okay, for example, ang gagawin nyo dito ay, tingnan nyo muna, pansinin ninyo, it is I. Very personal, okay? Pwede rin namang may, pero pag may ang ginawa ninyo, dapat may lahat to. Pag ginawa nyo I, dapat I lahat yan, okay? So, make it personal and make the sentence as simple as possible. Okay, simple sentence lang, yung kayang intindihin kahit ng sino man, okay? Huwag kayong gagamit ng mga sobrang lalalim na salita, ng mga words, masyadong mahabang sentences. Kasi in survey, ang mga Filipino nga ay tamad magbasa. Okay? At mas maganda ng mas simple at mas okay. Now, ngayon, tingnan natin, socialization. Of course, meron kayong RRL saka RRS, di ba? So, pwede kayong kumuha doon ng mga arguments or mga data or information regarding socialization. Ano ba yung madalas gamitin ng mga tao sa socialization? For example, naisip ko ito, I post reels in Facebooks. Ngayon, gaano ka kadalas, ang tanong dito, okay? Kadalas mag-post sa reels. Yan ba always, often, sometimes, or never? Okay, I comment to someone's post. Kapag ikaw ba ay mahilig mag-comment sa ibang mga posts. I make content every day, 4, 3, 2, 1, always, often, sometimes, never. And I interact with other netizens, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, that is socialization. So, napakasimple lang. Gawa kayo ng sarili ninyong mga tanong regarding sa socialization, social media, or kung ano man yung inyong variable. So, you can refer also to Google, di ba? Yan, Google, tanong kayo, what is social media in terms of socialization? Okay? Okay, so lalabas dyan yung mga madalas gamitin sa social media na socialization. Okay? So, yan. Pwede yung mga personality, yan, acquiring. So, depende. Okay? So, hanap ka lang dyan ng RRL mo or punta ka sa RRL mo. Okay? Tingnan mo yung mga socialization na topic na pinag-usapan doon na pwede mong gamitin at gawin mong personalize at saka simple sentence. Okay? Yung ibang ginagawa para mas maintindihan, meron pa sa baba. Okay? Naglalagay nila ng translation na ako ay nagpo-post ng reels sa FB. Okay? Pwede rin naman yan kung gusto ninyong super understandable yung inyong gagawin. Okay? Pwede yan. Okay, naglagay ng translation sa baba. Okay, depende yan sa inyo. Kung gusto nyo naman English lang dahil gusto nyo makatipid sa printing, okay lang din. Okay? So, walang problema tayo doon. So, now, let's proceed. Entertainment. Ano ba yung mga entertainment? Okay? Na benefits nitong social media na to. Mabawa, I am happy to play. By the way, tingnan ninyo, continuous yung numbering natin. Okay? Dahil ito ay variable 1, the IB. So, ito ay continuous yung number natin sa question. So, basically, sa inyo ay 1 to 15. Okay, 1 to 15 yon. Okay, I am happy to play. That is what gives social media sa iyo. Magiging masaya ka. Gano'n kasaya? Gano'n kadalas ka kasaya? Always, open, sometimes never. I gain friends playing to others in online games. So, nagkakaroon ka ng kaibigan dahil sa entertainment. 4, 3, 2, 1. I improve my critical thinking in playing online games. So hindi ka lang na-entertain, improve pa. And I become a role player to other games. So that is in terms of entertainment, okay? Or games, okay? So yun yung benefits. Now, let's proceed to the part number 3. Ito yung tinatawag nating independent variable. Okay, ito na yan. The classroom activities and recitation. Here, makikita natin, ano ba yung mga ginagawa sa classroom? Iisipin mo yon, di ba? So, ayan, halimbawa, number 1, I submit my activities on time. Okay, Gaano mo na-submit yung activities mo on time? Always ba? Often, sometimes, never. Okay, I participate in group activities. Nagpa-participate ka ba? Lagi? Madalas? Minsan? Hindi. Okay? I listen to my teachers carefully. AOSN. And I volunteer to answer my teacher's question. So, ganoon lang kasimple. As simple as that. Okay? Then again, hanap muna kayo ng supporting idea. Ano ba yung madalas gawin din sa classroom activities in this example? So, or hindi man activities, ano ba yung kailangan mong gawin sa mga classroom activities? Mag-submit, mag-participate, makinig, at makibahagi. Okay, pwede yan. Now, continuation, the 3.2, okay, the recitation. So, pwede rin dito, sa recitation ay, ano ko to, kinabi-paste ko lang itong taas. Halimbawa ay volunteer. Whenever my teacher asks questions. Okay, so halimbawa, now that's not question number 1. I am confident in reciting my answers. Ano pa ba ang regarding sa recitation? I am always attentive to recitation. Okay? And ano pa? Ano pa ba sa recitation? I answer the questions correctly. Okay, hindi lang basta-basta sagot ng sagot, kundi tama. Okay lang, out of my mind, nag-isip lang ako ano ba yung madalas gawin sa recitation. Mag-volunteer, gaano ka confident, nakikinig, at gaano ka tama yung iyong sagot palagi sa recitation. So, ganun lang kasimple ang paggawa ng questionnaire. Okay? So, pagkagawa ninyo ng questionnaire, okay? So, ang sunod yung gagawin ay pumunta kayo sa another nating document, which is yung tinatawag nating questionnaire validation. Okay. Sa questionnaire validation yan, ilalagay nyo lang dito yung inyong, of course, demographic profile. Wala naman kayong babaguhin dyan. Baguhin nyo yan. And then ito, ayan. So, ito yan. Okay, so 4, 3, 2, 1. I will send this one also. Ilalagay nyo lang yung items nyo dito. Okay, yung mga questions ninyo sa variable. And nalagay dito, retain, remove, revise, suggestion. Okay, remember, hahanap kayo ng isang expert na magbabalidate ng inyong research. Kung inyong research is about computer, you're going to consult those who are expert in computer. Like Sir Russell, yours truly, pero ako hindi na dahil I'm the teacher already. Sir TJ, Sir Iro, Sir Paji. So those are teachers who are familiar with computer. Okay? With regards naman sa English subject, of course, yung mga experts sa English. Okay? Tulad nila Ma'am Aida, Sir Russell, Ma'am Juliet, Ma'am IB, and others. Of course, pag science naman, na mga expert dyan, ay sila ano na yan? Sila Ma'am Tanya, Ma'am Rhea, Ma'am Gail, okay? And Ma'am Bea. And pag mga psychological naman, or mga behavior, ang inyong mga studies, ang pwede nyong pag-consult dyan, ay walang iba kundi si Ma'am Tricia. Okay? Of course, ako din dapat, ay pwede dyan, kaya lang, syempre, I'm going to give way na dahil nga, I'm already your teacher. So, yun ang mga expert na mag-validate ito. Kaya meron kayo dyan, nakalagay dito, na mga questionnaire. Checkan yan isa-isa ng mga inyong mga validators. Kunyari, yung retain, okay? Pag naglagay dyan retain, okay, tama yan, hindi mo babaguhin yan. Pag nilagay ay, lagay tayo ng example. Halimbawa, click natin to, paste natin dito. Yan, okay. So, yan, halimbawa, retain. Okay. So, pag yung retain ay okay. Okay, halimbawa naman ito ay, checkan lang. Okay, remove. Okay, and then ito naman ay revise. Okay. So, pero ang lalagay lang dito, of course, ay symbol. Okay? So, insert tayo. Halimbawa, symbol. Okay, yan. Lagay tayo symbol. Okay? Yan. Okay, mano-mano to. Checkan nila isa-isa. Okay? So, ito ay, another one is retain. Okay? So, ibig sabihin retain, as is na, wala lang kayong babaguhin dyan. Pag nilabing remove, alisin nyo yan, tapos papalitan nyo ng panibago. Lalagyan nila, madam dito ng suggestion. Okay? Halimbawa, ang suggestion dito ay, I am eager to recite. Okay, halimbawa lang yan. Okay, halimbawa lang, that is remove, tapos ito yung papalit mo. Instead of confident, lagay mo ay eager. Depende sa ilalagay na suggestion ng inyong validator. Okay? Alright. So, this one naman sa revise. I am always attentive to recitation. So, kung pinapa-revise, gusto niya, I am focus whenever my teacher calls me to recite. Halimbawa lang yan. Okay, ni-revise. And then, retain, as is lang siya. Okay, so ganun nyo siya ipapacheck. So this one is sub-variable 1, sub-variable 2, or in SOP ito yung 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. And then the other one is the dependent variable. This is the 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. Okay, so tatlo yan, 3.3. Okay, so ganun nyo gagawin itong validation. Papavalidate kayo sa mga expert. Now, after ninyo magpa-validate, of course, gagawa kayo ng validation letter. Okay, this is the validation letter. Okay, lalagay ninyo dito yung name, kung sino nag-validate ng inyong research. Position niya, for example, si Sir Russell. Okay, I have an example here. Kay Sir Russell, Malapitan, Academic Coordinator, Boston Institute. Okay, this is sample only. And as you can see, in yung to print. Okay, so here, as is lang yan, lagay nyo lang yung title ninyo. And then down here, lagay ninyo yung mga pangalan ng inyong mga researcher. Okay, dagdag na lang kayo kung kulang ito kasi mas marami kayo, nasa 10 yata kayo. Alright? Or less. Okay? So yan. So fill in the blank, that's the validation letter. And after ma-validate at makagawa ng validation letter, ilagay nyo na sa questionnaire. Okay, dito, yung final ninyong questionnaire. Okay, na meron ng 4, 3, 2, 1. Dito nakalagay yung inyong statement of the problem. Okay? So, hanggang dito muna. Alright? Our next topic would be pag-administer nito sa mga respondents, sa non-respondents. As you can see, babalik tayo sa tawag doon, sa format natin. Okay, this is the validation of the instrument. Yung ginagawa natin is gagawa kayo ng questionnaire and then papavalidate nyo siya. Okay. So the researcher was validated through the assistance of the, for example, of the academic coordinator. Or depende. Pwede na naman, the assistance of, kung mangyari gusto nyo pangalan ay Sir Russell Malapitan. Okay, the academic coordinator. So, all their corrections kalagay dyan, comments, and suggestions were incorporated in the final editing of a copy of the questionnaire. So, yun na yun, okay? Yun na. And then after which, on the next video and lessons, ang gagawin natin ay administer nyo na yan sa 5 non-respondents. Okay? Remember, ito yung ating computation. I will send the computation, of course, kung paano siya gawin sa Excel. Madali lang naman yon kasi i-input nyo lang yung data, yung mga sagot ng inyong mga respondents, lalabas na yung result. Kaya kailangan lang maging reliable ang inyong research. Okay? Kailangan ang score niyan kapag nag-compute kayo ng Cronbach Alpha ay 0.7 hanggang 1 ang score. Okay? Pag nag 0.6 to 0.7 yan hanggang 0, hindi siya reliable, ibig sabihin yan, uulitin ninyo yung inyong questionnaire. Mali ang inyong questionnaire. Kaya nga meron tayong testingan muna ng 5. Okay? Para makita natin ng reliable. Ibig sabihin ng reliable ay kapag ito ay sinagutan ng mga respondents mo, alam mo kagad na may consistency yung kanilang sagot. At kung may consistency yan, hindi lang yan maging reliable, dito pa lang mapipredict natin na meron silang connection. Okay? Na meron silang relationship. Remember, kapag si IB at DB walang connection, walang significant relationship na lumabas, kahit isa. Okay? At ito yung example niyan. Kahit isa, ayan, for example, ito yan. This is the IB1. This is the IB and DB. Okay? May connection si IB1 to DB1, IB1 to DB2, IB1 to DB3, IB1 to DB4. Kapag isa lang dyan, walang relationship, okay, ulit ang inyong study. Sa daming chance na, no, di ba? Napakalaki ng chance na magkaroon ng relationship kasi ang daming entry. So, yun lang. Ano man itong pinapakita kong table sa inyo, maunawaan nyo to on the next meeting. So, ang target natin, next week, kailangan makapag-administer na kayo ng questionnaire sa non-respondents at saka sa respondents ninyo para on the 1st or 2nd week of November, we're going to have your final defense. So, yun lang. Thank you very much for listening. And please submit your questionnaire on next Tuesday. Okay, for the ABM, Mimosa, Magnolia, and also Muscari. So, thank you very much for listening, and God bless us all.